Okay, I'm Steve Shelby, and this is a quick guided tour of my Purposeful Connectivity project. This is the hardware for the project. It's a tankless hot water heater. I've got the cover off, and I powered down the system before pulling off the cover for safety reasons. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on, and I'll use a non-conductive pointing device to guide around the system. So now the system is up and running. Down here we have a safety feature. This is part of typical residential building code for most water heaters. It's an overpressure and overtemperature valve. In a condition where the system becomes pressurized and generating heat and it's not actually passing water through it, the system can depressurize through a vent to the outside. This down here is the flow sensor. That's what tells the system that water is being demanded and allows the system to start heating the water. Down here is the driver board. There are three separate circuits. Each is 40 amps. There are two heaters for each 40 amp circuit. There are a total of 6 triac devices that switch the channels. On the driver board are also current and voltage sensing as well as temperature sensing to detect overtemperature situations. The next board up here is the universal input low voltage power supply as well as a breakout board for I/O for the sensors. Above that is the brain of the system. This is a microchip PIC32 based controller. It serves up the web pages that allow to connect to the system as well as provides a TCP, IP, and a USB interface to connect to the system via software. The Ethernet connection can either be wired or wireless. This is the antenna for the wireless. Coming over to the manifold part of the system, there are 6 separate heater elements. The water comes in through the system and goes in a serpentine pattern through this manifold, where it's heated, in this case, only by these 4 heater elements, as these are not enabled because the third circuit is not set up. On the heating portion of the manifold, there are 3 snap switches, which is a safety feature on any hot water heater that will interrupt in the case that the system reaches a temperature of above 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's part of various safety standards, including UL 499. Right underneath the snap switches, and in the case down here, there are the 3 separate temperature sensors that measure the temperature of well, not the water, but the metal containing the water at 3 different points in the system. And down below that is a sensor for detecting leaks within the system.